Okay, buzzer cabron. So you started going to the gym to impress your crush and you quickly realize that it's actually really hard to make some decent gains. You start to question if it's even worth it to put yourself through this much effort if you're not even gonna see any gains. And you just think to yourself like, do girls even like muscle? Do I have the right genetics for this? And the short answer is yes. Girls actually are very attracted to muscle and you do have the genetics in order to build an aesthetic physique. So let's go ahead and talk about how you can make getting gains a lot easier on yourself. My name is Blake. If you're not already, subscribe to the channel and follow me on Instagram, linked in the description below. So what kind of physique do women actually want? Because you hear a lot of different things on the internet, like, oh, you gotta be jacked, or oh, women don't care, you can have a dad bod, blah, blah, blah. But really, it's on a scale. And like I said, women do want you to have muscle. They do want you to have an aesthetic physique, but it's not really exactly what you think. They don't want you to be all the way down here with a dad bod, like little beer belly and stuff like that, out of shape, skinny, like a rail. And they don't want you to be all the way up here looking like Ronnie Coleman, like you're about to step on the bodybuilding stage, Mr. Olympia style. You don't have to be that big either. That's gonna be when it gets unattractive. You wanna be somewhere kinda in the middle where you're pretty jacked, you have a good bit of muscle, like other guys are impressed by your physique and you're pretty lean, but you're not so lean that you look like you're fucking about to step on stage, and you're not so big that you just look like you're some sort of steroid freak. That like fine line is going to be kind of where you want to be, and this is going to look like very different and come in the shape of a lot of different physique, because you don't have to be huge for this, and you don't have to be like completely shredded. You just have to be like have a good amount of muscle in your frame and be lean at the same time. And the whole world is kind of like psyoped right now to, you know, kind of say like, oh, it's okay to be fat, like you're just fat phobic or whatever like that. But and you're gonna hear some women actually say that they don't like muscle, but that's just a complete lie, because again, they sign up to believe that, and they just want to like feel like a good person by saying like, oh, I don't really care about muscle and stuff. But they do. Like it's kind of like we all care about how a partner is going to be and how they're taking care of themselves. But a good physique is not just attractive just because it's like, oh, whatever, it looks good, right? It's attractive because it shows so much about your character without you even having to say a single word. You're showing that you're disciplined, that you're hardworking, that you're willing to make these kind of sacrifices yourself and delay dopamine, delay gratification in order to get a better life and to live a more healthy life. Like you're living, you show that you live a more healthy life and that your genetics are better, that you're doing to be able to provide and be able to survive. And those are the kind of things that just subconsciously we look for in our partners. So it's no wonder that, you know, women are going to be attracted to men that have a good physique, like a decent physique. Obviously, it's not the end all be all. Like you've obviously seen couples going around where it's like the guy doesn't even look in shape at all, or maybe like the girl looks way out of his league or whatnot. But the thing is that having a good physique is just going to make your dating life 10 times easier, because you're going to attract higher quality women and you're going to attract more of them too, because again, it just shows so many things about your character without you having to say a word. It just activates that subconscious, that primal sense in the brain, like saying like, oh, this is going to be a good guy, I need his genetics. You know, a lot of people don't talk about it on the internet because it's not something that you can actually sell. It doesn't sound so pretty, but it actually is really hard and takes a really long time to make these gains and to build up to that physique. A lot of people just want to sell you like, oh, just buy my program, whatever, and you're just going to get your physique just like that, like in 30 days, in 60 days, whatever. But that's not really how it works. It actually takes time and stuff. It's taken me years to actually build this physique, and it's going to take you the same amount of time. And I mean, how long it actually takes depends on your genetics, how consistent you are and everything, but regardless, it's going to take a decently long time. But again, there are going to be some factors in your control to make your life a lot easier and to make getting gains a lot easier. So as long as you're staying consistent with some of these things, then getting gains for you should be no problem. Like again, it'll take a while, but you'll get the gains a lot faster than others will. First thing you need to make sure you're doing is training hard. And a lot of people are instantly just going to be like, oh, well, I am training hard. No, I mean like really hard. You need to be taking basically every single set that you do to failure, and with that you need to make sure that you're actually doing like the right kind of exercises and stuff that are going to promote like growth and promote bodybuilding and stuff, not just, you know, your powerlifter movements or anything like that. But you need to be training hard, like again, till failure. And this does not mean where it like starts to feel like it burns, but you said you're going to do a set of 10, so you only do a set of 10. I mean, or like to like you're really struggling, it takes a couple seconds to get it up. I'm talking about till you literally can't get it up, like the next rep you can't, but you tried and it took a couple seconds, but then you just couldn't get it up no matter how hard you tried. Those are the kind of sets that you need to be having. You need to be having these brutal workouts where it's just absolutely like you almost don't even want to do it. Like you have to push yourself beyond that. Like it should be painful. Honestly, yeah, it should be painful in order to get these gains, in order to actually reach failure. This doesn't have to be every single set, but you want to get as close to failure as you can for pretty much every set that you do whenever you go to the gym. It should be like an intense workout. It should not just be, some fluff and pump kind of deal. Now, another big factor that a lot of people don't take care of, because a lot of people just go to the gym and fine, they can go hard in the gym, but they don't take care of their recovery. Everybody's on their phones, staying up on their phones all night, till 1, 3 a.m., eating junk food, eating all this processed bullshit, thinking some sort of supplement is magically going to take care of all these other different factors that they're ignoring. But you need to actually focus on your recovery. You need to make sure you're getting good sleep. You need to make sure you're getting proper nutrition. All these sorts of things, like going on walks, going outside, and all this stuff is going to promote better recovery and promote muscle growth. Because a lot of people just kind of sell you this pseudoscience where they tell you this supplement will do whatever, and you think that's going to take care of that factor, whatever. But then you miss out on what's actually important, and it's really just the big two things: training and recovery. If you focus on those two things, it's really that simple, and you just wait the right amount of time, then you're going to experience those gains. The other stuff, yeah, they can be good, useful tools and stuff, but they are not the most essential things. If you're neglecting these two, then you are bound for failure and to really not experience the kind of gains that you have the potential for. I understand, as long as you're doing those two things, it may be frustrating sometimes. You may be feeling like you're not making enough progress, and maybe your progress has slowed down a bit, maybe you're a plateau, maybe it's time to implement something new. But a lot of people just change up too fast. They don't realize that the time is going to pass anyway, so they just get tired of their program, and they just see some new flashy thing on some bodybuilder's YouTube where he's oh, well, you have to try this program. This program is how I got jacked, even though they're running steroids or whatever. And then they immediately switch their program that they just started a couple weeks ago, or 2 months ago or something like that, instead of actually waiting for progressive overload to kick in and just actually getting better at the movements that they just started. And they switch their whole routine up. I was really bad about this. I kept switching my programs over and over and over again, instead of just staying on one program for a long time, a decent amount of time, and actually getting the most that I can out of the movement, and actually trusting in the process of progressive overload. So when you feel frustrated like that, just understand, as long as you're taking care of the two big factors, training and recovery, and you're being consistent with everything, that the time is going to pass anyway, so you might as well be doing it right, and just give it a shot. May take a while, but you will get there eventually, I promise. And if this is something that you really struggle with and you want some extra help or some bonus tools that are just going to be absolutely phenomenal for you to use, then you can check out my Looks Amazing course in the description below, where I have my aesthetic body program, and I teach you about diet and everything, and a bonus training module that has a program for you that you can run. It's actually one of the programs that I ran myself in order to get the physique that I have now. So I think it's a really powerful tool. Again, not essential, but a really powerful tool for you to use if that's something you're interested in. Like I said, link in the description below. With that being said, remember, be better than you were yesterday.